You know that feeling of loneliness that just consumes your whole body after a breakup, separation, divorce, or end of any long-term relationship? Well, this is what truly helped me to move past that feeling of loneliness and thrive and find happiness again after a separation. So, what I found was that somehow in my mind, I have associated loneliness with being alone, or that by being alone, I will be lonely. That was the association that I had made in my mind. And of course, when we have that association in our minds, it doesn't feel good, right? It feels very distressing. And so what I did was really get to the root of, that feeling, that association. And as soon as I actually looked internally and found my own answers and really felt that deep loneliness within my body, which for me was around my chest area for the most part, really felt into that and looked into it. And you know what what is very interesting with learning how to feel our emotions instead of numb them is that when we actually do it and commit to feeling our emotions, we can have so many answers show up. And even just that simple, not it's not easy, but a simple task of just sitting our ass down and feeling into our emotions, that is more than enough most of the time to actually shift those emotions and allow them to flow and leave our bodies and process. So that was one of the things that was also helpful, actually releasing all of that by feeling it in my body. But at the same time, while doing that work and realizing that association, what I started to notice and the new perspective shift that I gained was super simple, which is, well, I don't need to associate loneliness with being alone anymore, because then I realized that we can feel lonely even if we are with a group of people, right? I'm not sure, maybe you have felt it this way before. You're in a room full of people, but you feel alone. You don't feel like you can connect with anyone in the room. And so, it really doesn't matter who we are with. It's with being with the right people. And also, I started to think about the times when I didn't have a partner and I was fairly satisfied and happy with myself. And just by finding that proof, that new internal shift that I chose to focus on in my mind, that was really what helped me to stop feeling lonely with the thought of being alone and being by myself. Now, is it 100%? Um, do I 100% feel happy? No, because that's not reality, right? That's not being human. Being human is feeling all the emotions, but I don't associate being alone to loneliness anymore. And that I realize that I actually really do enjoy my own company and I love being by myself. And so, yes, there are times when it's lonely, but at the same time, the love that I have for my own company is higher than the longing of being with someone else. And so I hoped this helped you too. I hoped this also helped you gain some new perspective, because I'm really just all about the tiny perspective shifts that we can have in our daily lives that create a big impact. Because going through something like a breakup or a separation or a divorce can seem so overwhelming that it seems like, happiness and thriving is all the way up here, but we're all the way down here. And how we get up here isn't impossible. It doesn't have to take a long time. All we need to do is take small, different steps. And these small steps are tiny perspective shifts like this, and choosing to really allow ourselves to see it in that perspective, um, as is really what will truly help us in the long term. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, let me know. And I would also love to hear what your perspective is with regards to loneliness.